And now the end is near, and so I face. Well, it's not really farewell at all, because you're already going to come on for Monster House, and you're basically going to be just in the same capacity. And I can't get rid of your name because it's too much bother.
Legally binding.
So, you know, it's not farewell at all, but it is farewell to the block of choices. Your selection.
The last one. It's quite sad.
No, well, it's not sad though, is it? Because you've got the quiz. I mean, the quiz has already been recorded. Who knows? You may have won. You may have already won the quiz again. If you've won again, but it is the end of Aardman fortnight, and it's the Curse of the Were-Rabbit time, because our second week has been Wallace and Gromit themed. We've looked at everything. You boldly stated last episode that you think the Curse of the Were-Rabbit is the creme de la creme, the piece de resistance of the Wallace and Gromit of it all.
In 2000, they answered the question, what do chickens do when no one is watching? Now, the creators of Chicken Run are back with the pair that started it all, Wallace and Gromit.
Gromit, old pal, I'll need assistance. Ow!
One's an inventor.
Just a bit of harmless brain alteration, that's all.
Who never says die.
Full suction.
The other is his dog, who never says anything. They've made gadgets. They've made contraptions.
Yeah, I presume you stand by that. I think I agree with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. This is, for me, the pinnacle of Wallace and Gromit, and there'll never be a better Wallace and Gromit.
Do you think there'll ever be a Wallace and Gromit again?
Not now Peter Sallis has passed, I don't think.
No.
They've got their the stand-in Peter. There's a young lad that does the impressions for all of the DFS adverts.
Yes, I was going to say, because there are Wallace and Gromit things.
Yeah.
And they've made a movie. From DreamWorks and Aardman Studios. Get ready for action, suspense, mystery, and vegetables.
I have the most terrible rabbit problem.
How on earth would they ever catch such a big rabbit?
Oh, come on, Gromit. A bit more alluring.
Wallace and Gromit, the Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Because obviously, you know, Kermit lives on. You know, once Jim Henson passed, you know, you just get a new Kermit in. So I guess, yes, I would imagine. I don't know. I think there may be some more. I also don't think they're interested in it. Clearly.
No. Well, they've got other exciting projects to be working on.
Do we know what they're doing next? Do we know? Has there been an Aardman announced?
They're currently filming Chicken Run 2.
Oh yes, they are. Yes. Which I can only guess from COVID and stop motion animation will come out in 25 years. Mind you, they're quite speedy now. They're like, this took 5 years.
Yeah, it's usually 4 or 5 years, I would say, for a turnaround.
It's pretty, because like it can't get quicker.
No,
with
it can get easier. Like technology has helped them.
I mean, you can add to the waters or whatever.
Yeah, but also again, it's the craft. It's something that can't be rushed, and it's something that you enjoy making?
They enjoyed making some money. 30 million budget, 192.6 million box office. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Very nice.
Pretty good. Starts production in the year 2000. It would have been Aardman's next film. We were born that year. Little did we know. Sorry. In March 2000, they announced that they were making a movie. And they were going to make a Tortoise and the Hare movie, but that was abandoned to script issues. I don't know what script issues you can have with the Tortoise and the Hare. It's pretty. I'm going to jump the gun on what do you call it? Oscar travesty. It wins. It wins Best Animated Film. The other nominations are Hayao Miyazaki's Howl's Moving Castle. Are you a Miyazaki fan, Will?
I very much like Spirited Away.
We did Howl's Moving Castle for one of Katrina's 3 picks. I won't say I was underwhelmed. I don't think I'll ever return to it. But very, very, very well made. I'm speaking like it's a meal. Just didn't sit well with me. And then the other nomination, I don't know if you've looked it up before. It's another Helena Bonham Carter movie. Do you know what it was?
Animated?
Yeah.
Oh, crikey. What has she been in? What has she been in? No, tell me.
She was taking her work home with her.
No.
Corpse Bride.
Oh, of course, yes, Corpse Bride.
I think we need a Corpse Bride reappreciation wave. I think
no one's talking about Corpse Bride anymore.
I don't think, and I think, is it better than Nightmare Before Christmas? I haven't seen either in a while.
I would say yes. There's more to it.
Yes, you'd like not to undermine Nightmare Before Christmas. It's what, 70 minutes long? It's like not long at all. I'm not going
to. Great songs.
Oh, incredible! I mean, incredible. But Nightmare Before Christmas probably pips it in the song department.
Yeah. However, there is the Corpse Bride waltz, where they play the piano.
Oh, there's lots of great music in the Corpse Bride.
Yes.
Who's the evil man who killed? I also like how dark Corpse Bride is. He killed his. I'm going to pull this. I am going to pull this. I mean, I'm not going to. I'm looking it up right now. But
they're called Victor and Victoria.
Is it Richard E. Grant?
Oh, yes, that's the sort of thing you do.
Danny Elfman is credited in the role of Bone Jangles.
Oh, Danny.
Oh, Danny boy. The pipes are calling. I want to know this evil. Victoria's parents plan to marry her off to Richard E. Grant. Yes.
That's the plot, is it?
That's the plot. That's it. Jane Horrocks is in it. Michael Gore, Christopher Lee, Joanna Lumley. Hello, I'm Emily Watson. Oh, I'm Emily Watson. I do like Emily Watson, but I don't.
She's great in the not the Water Diviner, the Loch Ness Monster one. You know what I mean?
The Water Horse. Yes, I remember. I was a big Water Horse kid.
Yes, big Water Horse kid.
And every single time I watched it, go, why haven't they made the Water Horse 2? They find the egg. Why haven't they made the Water Horse 2 yet? Is that a Michael Morpurgo?
Oh no, he does real animals. I've just offended an entire nation on my last day. Sorry, it's not real.
Like a cat who works at the Savoy and also survives the Titanic.
Yeah, many people did.
That's true. I obviously was a huge Titanic kid, huge Water Horse kid, huge Titanic. I did like things that weren't set in the water.
Big Splash.
No, I don't like. No,
I don't like Splash.
No, I don't like Splash. Who's the villain in what? He's not the villain, but he's like the army man. Am I correct? Is it David Morrissey?
Yeah.
Yeah. And for those of you who aren't in the know, The Water Diviner is a Russell Crowe movie where he brings purification. No, I like The Water Horse, but I feel The Water Horse will be a movie where I watch it and go, "Oh my God, that was so terrible." I mean, I hope not. I mean, I also know that I won't ever watch them. I know The Water Horse is based on a book or something. I know it's based off a book. 2007. It's weird, isn't it? I'm like getting not goosebumps. Goosebumps is strong, but even just looking at that poster, how do you keep a secret this big? Yeah, David Morrissey, Ben Chaplin, who's very good in Brian Cox as Old Angus. Yeah, directed by Jay Russell, who has directed nothing. Based off the book by Dick King Smith. What else did they do? Babe. Oh, and he passed in 2011, Dick.
Oh.
It's quite sad. The first review is 8 out of 10, and it's entitled Free Nessie. Very exciting. Speaking of reviews, 1-star reviews for Wallace and Gromit. You adore it, but some people don't.
Don't need it.
Just not funny. I was very excited to find someone who wanted to see Wallace and Gromit the movie with me. I'd laughed so hard I almost wet my pants over the shorts. The evil penguin in the wrong pants.
Over my shorts.
But OMG, the Weir Rabbit movie was not funny. Primarily, it lacks the comedic timing that the shorts had honed to painful perfection. The funniest thing was Lady Tottington's crazy hairdo. What gives Wallace is restored at the end, but his brain swap with the Weir Rabbit seems not to have been reversed at the same time. What gives what that? Not for adults. I say only funny for 9 years and young and under. Even 9-year-olds might squirm with disinterest. Did someone run out of juice? Is that why it took 5 years? It seems to be a waste of voice talent.
Well, that last bit is certainly not true. If there's anything that we can agree on, this is some very, very stacked and brilliant voice acting.
Wallace needs to diet. This title lost 9 stars because Wallace is so mean to Gromit. That dog only wants the best for his owner and tries to make him lose weight. Wallace needs to lose 60 pounds, join a gym, and enter a psychiatric ward. 1 out of 10. Wallace gone wrong. The setup was interesting. Wallace versus himself. I think this person wants like a psychological drama. I don't seem to recall a prior mentioning of gardening as a hobby of his. A cheesecake contest would have been more in character, with giant rats in opposition.
Ooh, no, I wouldn't like giant rats. I wouldn't like that at all. I'm a big fan of animated rat films, but giant rats, not for me.
I just don't get it. Not sure what the big fuss about this movie is. Maybe I just don't get most of the jokes. Possibly because I was having a hard time just following the Canadian or Yorkshire or Scottish or whatever silly accent they were speaking in. You know, I've been raised on Seinfeld, South Park, Frasier, Dumb and Dumber type of humor, where one doesn't need a PhD to be able to identify what's funny.
That's American and British humor, isn't it?
But those are 4 very, very different styles of humor. Seinfeld, Frasier, Dumb and Dumber, and South Park. 4 very, very different titles. If I see another fucking ad for Cinderella with James Corden, I'm going to shit my pants.
He's everywhere. Have you seen that TikTok meme?
Yes, where it's the rat. I mean, I also love Let's Get Loud. I love the song Let's Get Loud. I listened to a great podcast called Las Culturistas. They don't need the plug. They're doing far better than we are. But they were talking about how much like how great Let's Get Loud is. And I was on the tube and I laughed out loud because somebody said, they're going to play Let's Get Loud when they lower J-Lo into her grave. And I laughed out loud on the tube. I was that guy. But thankfully, there was a tall, ginger, lanky man next to me. And he was like, I love everything now. I like people being an arsehole on the tube because I live every day like it's a day.
Great film. I love it. I love it.
Listening to the music. Oh, I'm not rude to people who work at Pret a Manger, so I'm having a better day. No, they're having a better day because you're not an arsehole, Domhnall.
So I'm glad that you remember a lot about the film and it does influence your life.
Because now I live every day like it was a day. Still not happy with him moaning about not having any money. Let's play everybody's favorite mini game. Can Will remember the notes from another movie? I'm going to read you the specific favorite parts. You have to tell me the film. Game show, umbrella indoor, plane logo, laugh at dead head, no, yes, knock knock, bond, backs off, concur, sing along, embraceable you, money, Bill Gump, come fly with me piano.
Oh, do you want me to say what it is?
Yeah.
This is Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, it is. I thought you were just dumbfounded. Yes.
No, no.
Yes.
I got it from Concur. That was my giveaway.
Yeah. Tom's big question: does he need to pay for sex? I stand by that. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio is a very handsome and charming man. He doesn't need to pay for sex. He doesn't need to pay for what's her name, Jennifer Garner. The look of love. Let's talk about the Weir Rabbit. What you've talked about it before. Why is this so good for you? You talked about, is this? It's not pure nostalgia because I obviously only saw it for the first time since childhood yesterday, and it is a very good film. But so it's not just pure nostalgia, but this is one of your big movies, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I watched it this morning. I thought I'll watch it just before the podcast, so it's fresh in my mind. And I cried. I'm not going to lie.
Oh my God. Okay, that was not what I expected.
I'm a very, very emotional. I've got a touch with my emotional side.
So I touch my emotional side all the time.
But yeah, no, it's just brilliant. As I've said many times before on the podcast, the last time I cried watching this film was screaming and being pulled out of the cinema. I was a young child and it was terrifying. But no, this is just, I would sit and we used to have the little telly and the extendable screen that you put on the back of car chairs.
Oh yes.
And I always had the where you put the CD in and the buttons, and my sister had to have just the screen on its own. And we'd always take this, and we'd watch the film, and then there'd be about half an hour left for the journey. So we'd play all the bonus features and all the games. Such a good movie. But yeah, it's brilliant. This is also my favorite Gromit. Gromit is spectacular in this movie.
Gromit's spectacular in everything. I mean, Gromit is the big winner. There's no way around that. Wallace does my head in something rotten, and I know it's the character and whatever, but he really does annoy me. And but I love Gromit. I love Gromit so much. No, but Wallace does annoy me. I'm sorry. Wallace does annoy me. Is there a part of your life where you think this is a more finite and nice ending to the Wallace and Gromit saga? Because Matter of Loaf and Death is great. It's enjoyable. But is there a feeling? I like finality. I like Is there a part of you that is willing to lose Matter of Loaf and Death to end Wallace and Gromit on this beautiful Jeez.
Gee, yeah, sure. I think this is the perfect sum up of their adventures together. I also think the introduction of the town itself and all the characters, I think that it feels more grounded. We're finally in the world of Wallace and Gromit where they're interacting with people. You could even see Matter of Life and Death as an adventure that happened during the shorts, because and this still finished it off.
Yeah, I mean that's the way we did it. I'd you know what I think Matter of Loaf and Death and in turn all of the shorts is missing. I mean they're shorts. Is the world. Yeah. You know, close shave, we get one wool store and the rest of the place is the plague, is rapture. There's nobody else in the town. Matter of Loaf and Death again. We see one person and everybody else, nobody else exists. And the town in this is so enjoyable in Tottingham to such an extent that as a kid, no, like in the 15 years or whatever, how long it's been, I've always thought they go to a different place. I've misremembered it, thinking they go to a different place to, you know, Ichabod Crane, Sleepy Hollow, to catch this were-rabbit. Yeah. I had no idea it was the town. And that is because in all of the shorts, we don't see a lick of Tottingham.
Yeah.
I mean, I would prefer the ending. I wish he'd impregnated Lady Tottingham. There's always be a part of me at Tottingham Hall.
Would the baby be aware of it too?
Ooh. Yeah, why not? I mean, you know, I mean, it could be that we could do the whole Teen Wolf.
Wallace and the Were-Rabbit 2. Where's the baby?
Or we could do Teen Wolf 2 and do the TOO. Have you seen Teen Wolf 2, Will?
No.
It's Jason Bateman's first role. I won't say it's nepotism, but his dad was the producer. However, it is, of course, warranted nepotism. We know how great Jason Bateman is.
Yes.
It's fine. It's not Teen Wolf. I mean, Teen Wolf, I fucking love Teen Wolf. I mean, we all know my opinions on Teen Wolf. Pamela is the most beautiful woman that has ever existed in the history of motion picture. And there is no greater travesty in film than fucking Boof. That he chooses Boof over Pamela. That starts my Margot Robbie thing. This is my biggest annoyance in all movies, is the whole beautiful, funny, incredible woman that he has sex with once and then turns away to go with the person who was always his friend. That is my biggest annoyance in all of movies.
But sure, isn't that more real? That's what happens in real life.
No, in real life, he is fucking Pamela for years and then they have a terrible divorce. And like, it's just scenes from an Italian restaurant. Barbara and Mary have made already by the summer of 75. Do. It's just the plot of that. There's no way he chooses Boof over. I mean, Boof. That's the name you choose. Boof. I mean, if we ever do a Teen Wolf episode, I mean, it's just going to be me angry for 90 minutes. 10-minute stretches in the world of the Were-Rabbit one.
Hello, I've gone for 3. What, 2 10-minute and a half-hour stretch? Yeah, I've gone for sort of the church meeting when they're all stressed.
I've got that in single minute. Yes, that's delightful.
I've got that going into the rabbit chase, going into capturing it. That stretch I think is marvelous. I've also got Wallace at Tottingham Hall when Gromit now knows that he's about to transform, going into sort of the first transformation and Victor at the tree stump, and then the vegetable competition and the fight at the end.
The finale is very, very good.
Excellent.
Is it the best Aardman action we've ever seen?
Sure. Yes, very much so.
I think it all builds nicely, and
it's very well structured, this film.
Yeah, I'll give you that. And again, it's only 80 minutes. It's short and sweet in comparison to other features, and you feel. Sorry, long nose.
You've been eating those carrots.
Very satisfying, the carrot cutting.
Oh, that's in mine. Sure is in my notes.
Very satisfying. Not as satisfying as the Isle of Dogs sushi,
Yes.
But those carrots.
I'll blow it now. It's yeah, when he's chopping them and the noise they make when they tumble down the little chutes. Oh
yeah. That's my white noise. I listen to that to go to bed. What noises what's my favorite noise, Will?
Your favorite? You like rain?
I do love rain, but specifically I love cars on gravel.
Right. Okay.
I love the sound of cars on gravel. It is my favorite thing in the world.
It is it is. My grandparents have a gravel driveway, and it is satisfying to drive on.
So satisfying. It's such a good sound. And in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo remake, where Stellan Skarsgård pulls back up, and I should be worried for Daniel Craig, but all I'm going is, I love the sound of your car on gravel. Bill Anderson on gravel.
I had an Aunt Sophia.
I had a grandmother called Sophia. Oh, you're my daughter. It's not as who's better. I mean, it's not as good as sorry, Sam, I can't talk to you today. No, you have to talk to me because I'm supposed to be giving you away because of your father. Oh God, what a film! I don't even think you want to get married, Sophie. That was quite good, wasn't it?
It is, yeah.
Pride myself on my Dominic Cooper.
No,
I don't. I don't pride myself on my Dominic Cooper.
We live stream Mamma Mia read through.
I play all the roles.
Yes.
Well, people do that, don't they? They do the read-throughs. It's not Dominic. Oh no, it is Dominic Cooper, and I'm thinking of Dominic West.
Yes.
God, Dominic West.
For a minute, Johnny, I thought you meant me.
Incredible that he played Ian Brady for he played Fred West for 4 episodes, and still the creepiest footage of Dominic West is him necking Lily James.
Yeah.
It's a good gag. It was a good gag.
Very good, very good. I'm very excited in The Crown. Very excited for.
Yes, he's going to be Charles. No, he's not. Or is he? No, he's Charles.
Charles. Yes, he's Charles.
And who's being? Oh, it's Jonathan Pryce, isn't it?
It is.
Jonathan Pryce. And every time and Leslie Manville's going to be mad.
And Elizabeth Debicki.
And Elizabeth Debicki is Diana. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've answered that as a question to something before. Elizabeth Debicki as Diana.
Spencer has got very good reviews.
Don't get me started on Spencer. I have just inject that into my veins. I mean, I loved Jackie so much. I mean, by this time we'll have seen it, and maybe it's the best movie ever, maybe it's the worst movie ever. But I loved Jackie so much, and I'm all in on I'm all in on Diana, and I very, very excited. And I love Kristen Stewart when she's good, and she is good. I've often thought, and I've often said, I've never been on the whole Kristen Stewart is bad bandwagon. I've always been on the Twilight scripts are terrible, and she does fine with it. She's just fine with what she has. She's great in Adventureland. I fucking love Adventureland. Great movie. Which brings us to Tom's Widley's specific favorite part of the film. I've already blown my carrots. The tea bounce and the tea bouncing out and bouncing back in. That's not true. I spilt tea all over myself this morning because I overpoured because there was a Cheers visual gag this morning. I got over it. I'm not hungover. There's a slight, just the back of my mind. But I watched some lovely Cheers and had a pot of tea this morning.
Lovely.
Yeah. I thought I'll sleep in until 11, but I woke up at 9:30 anyway. Got a Jonathan Demme blog I need to write. For our viewers, go and watch the Knowing Me, Knowing You episode. And for some reason, Will's really chipper, and I was terrible. We filmed it at like 9 a.m. Which isn't a problem. We've done earlier, but the night before, I threw up down myself in a taxi. Terrible depression, or drinking heavily. And no, that makes out as if it was like wine in the coffee cup. It wasn't that bad, but it was a bad night. It was like, oh no, I'll just keep drinking, And the bartender knew me. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll have a whiskey. It's like, all right, this can be on the house because I know you'll appreciate it. Little did he know, I mean, straight down. Whiskey chaser, some cider concoction. No, terrible, yeah.
So similarly, if you go back and watch the Grand Budapest Hotel episode, everyone bar Tom is extremely hungover. That's a fun one to watch. It wasn't fun to film.
Yeah, because that was like 9 a.m., wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Harry had a cricket competition or something. Tom's weirdly specific favourite parts. I've put here the carrots.
Hey.
They're breeding like rabbits. I like that. We've yet to talk about the wonderful Ralph Fiennes, and I want the first thing to be said is marvellous, marvellous. Very much enjoyed Ralph in this. I love the devil horns behind him. That's quite funny. I put here the puppet. Oh, the sexy puppet. You know.
Yes.
Very fun. And I put here the rabbit tunnel shadow. Did you? I presume you've noticed this before. Will?
Yes.
Wallace's shadow being a rabbit. That's very fun, and it's also very short. My favourite line in the entire film is "Spare the servant, vicar." And I will start saying that more often. That I think "Spare the servant, vicar" is going to enter the ranks, the famous ranks of seemed like a good idea at the time, and John Merrick responding to the new cane and go, "Oh, thank you for my cane." I'm
a real man.
Sorry, say that again. I'm a real man. Yeah, that's my favourite line from the Elephant Man as well. I'm a real man.
I watched all of the trip to Greece last night.
Oh, very good.
I think it opens with them doing the Elephant Man for about 20 minutes straight.
Crane. It's when he's remembered the Lord's Prayer and he goes, "The Lord is my saviour, and I try," and I don't know the rest of it. Quiz question: Who got down and said the Lord's Prayer in the middle of the Freddie Mercury concert tribute?
It what was it? David Bowie.
It was David Bowie, and who was he singing under pressure with? Obviously, Freddie wasn't there.
He was singing it with "Sweet Dreams" and Annie Lennox.
Annie Lennox. Will has to sing.
It's like that Phoenix Nights pub quiz.
Yeah. Okay, name the song. It's a kind of magic. And then the other one. Etching in slow motion as you turn around and say, cuts it off.
Take my breath.
My balls are black and blue. I've just beaten them with a mallet. What sport am I playing? What was I going to say? What's another? Oh, name the Magnificent Seven. Bronson, McQueen, Coburn. Cuts inside. Dopey, Sleepy, Doc. We've shit him. Funniest line.
Oh, great. Watch Phoenix Nights.
I'm getting a word. Now, who here can't have children? God, I love Phoenix Nights. Does that need to be the next TV show? Well, no, I think we need to do more Partridge, don't we?
We need to do I'm Alan Partridge next.
More Partridge. Then I might get Phoenix Nights. Because I don't need to force you to watch anything anymore because I've got Jay. We're going to do all of the Twilight Zones and then probably take that into all of Twin Peaks. But yeah, we still haven't done IT Crowd, which may be our core text.
Yeah, our calling. Well, get it in the schedule.
Yes, I'll start a new block after Halloween. Which brings us to your specific favourite parts of fun, because you've already talked about Carruthers.
Yes, I think this is the most notes I've ever written for a movie, which is nice. Baby Gromits in the opening little montage of photos. Baby Gromits, great. The carrots. When the light on top of his van lights up when he has the idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Mrs. Mulch. hello, is anyone there? But Mrs. Marlowe? It's great. Hey, give over. When the organist is playing.
It's in my change again. How many times are they going to do the same gag of the diegetic, non-diegetic?
It's good. Because it goes mental.
Yeah, that's the best part. Mental. Peter Kay's in this. We've talked to Phoenix Nights for 5 minutes. And
excellent in this. With a
assing.
Someone assing around is great. When he goes with a big trap, Gromit just slaps his head. By Jove, he's got it. Gromit exotic dancing.
Lovely terminology.
Heavy loam on the wipers, the setting, it's brilliant. Him punching the wheel and airbag, that's always fun. Gromit locking the car doors when he's turning into the were-rabbit. And then Victor's smile, his sinister smile when he turns around to look at it and the lightning goes. Oh, you've got it spot on.
Thank you.
Non-wrestling. Hutch just being Wallace. Oh, I do like a bit of gorgonzola.
Yes, obviously, I think it goes without mentioning that was Peter Salus's own voice, slightly pitched up. I have to say, it was rather refreshing that they didn't run him into the ground.
Yes,
because we're not at the stage of Minions yet. Where just everything is just running to, like, I can see a version of this movie where Hutch is in it a lot more often, and he just keeps saying cheese, and he's like, cheese, and catchphrases. Right, here you go. Here's my list. I have. I can't remember the other one. Oh, surely you can't be serious. So surely you can't be serious. I have 3 lines that I think have become overly quoted, but still work in the actual movie. Surely you can't be serious. I'll have what she's having. And my name's Jeff. That literally, my name is Jeff was such an annoying thing at the time. Everybody said, my name is Jeff. But then you watch that scene again. Hey, they call him the Mexican Wolverine. He goes, yeah, he's Mexican too. He's Mexican. My name is Jeff. Is so funny and perfectly delivered.
The jump street that we quote all the time is the Cynthia, you are Julia Roberts.
Roberts. She cried. Runaway bride.
Beep boop bop. Beep boop bop.
You're dead. It's like he's in a cube of ice. I always quote, he's given us full Cape Blanchett to do whatever we want. I mean, there's no funnier cut than when it cuts to Jonah Hill wearing the vest. Oh God, I love the Jump Street movies. Very big fan of the Jump Street movies. Why do I have to suck you under? Could you just like Peter Pan? Great movies and very attractive early Dakota Johnson. I love Dakota Johnson a lot, and she's in 21 Jump Street just before she becomes Anastasia Steele.
Oh, she was in 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes, and she's called Anastasia Steele.
Anastasia something. I cannot remember.
Will's feigning like Will's feigning like he doesn't know.
Pretending I don't know anything about the series. I've got more notes. 50
Shades of Grey. You go.
When the vicar says, "Oh my dear," and it's all somber, we think the rabbit is dead, and then he goes, "Yeah," and all the fireworks go. It's very funny. Kiss my artichoke. It's great. The beast isn't actually dead yet. Great, Peter Kay. I've only got 1 bullet left. Come back, go away. That's great. Get your angry mob surprise. Beware the moon. His ass is there. The dog purse is great. And when Wallace is naked and Gromit puts the box in him, then it says "may contain nuts." I think
that is good.
Very nice. They're my notes.
Here are my notes. These are the first 3 facts on the 50 Shades of Grey trivia. Remote controlled cameras were utilized for a majority of the sex scenes, so the set could be more private for the actors. That's quite nice.
Oh,
That's not, I didn't read the end of that fact, so I thought it was going to be like they used cameras to make it cooler. Cinematographer Seamus McGarvey sounds like a fake name. He definitely just worked his way onto the set and said, I'm Seamus McGarvey, revealed that he and his team digitally added in shots of visible pubic hair and that it was not real. There you go.
Imagine being the VFX guy to draw them in.
I did Avengers Endgame. Oh, great. Yeah. Oh, I did Spider-Man. I did 50 Shades of Grey. What was the CGI in 50 Shades of Grey? Well, you know that big Bosch. Oh, no, actually, I've got a funnier joke. That's his only thing. There's just one guy in Hollywood and he does all the CGI pubic hair. Great big bushy beard. And our final trivia, Dakota Johnson took a flogger and several pairs of underwear from the film set. She took the underwear claiming they were too comfortable to leave behind. And that's that. Tom's new corner, Dakota Johnson corner. Soundtrack corner. There is only one use of a song. I was expecting them to use the Tender Trap song.
I think we've both written here that Bright Eyes is
bright eyes burning like fire. It is so beautiful. It gets into rabbits. Will got a message completely out of the blue yesterday, and I knew he'd know it because he loves the film so much that I'd just seen Bright Eyes, and because they're rabbits, but they're humans. The Ass Master. Big fan of Bright Eyes. Are you a fan of not Homeward Bound? Watership Down. Are you a fan of Watership Down?
I never watched it because I feared I would be too sad.
Yeah, what's the big deal? They get killed by the car or something?
Probably.
That's that, isn't it? I was so expecting them to use the song The Tender Trap. Pardon me, The Tender Trap. Like Wallace, they're playing some sort of swing sound alike, and Wallace is going, "It's a trap. The Tender Trap." And you're like, just
turn to the camera and
just play the song. Just play the song. Those eyes, those thighs, surprise, it's the Tender Trap. There's nothing else to talk about the soundtrack. Your boy Hans is doing something. He's credited as music supervisor. I don't know what that means. But Julian Knott is still credited as composer. Well, definitely not. Will's favourite building or set?
Oh well, I mean, just as I would have loved to be part of making this film and building all of the model houses and stuff, which is another thing I like where they brought the community into it. All of the shots you get of the gardens and all the allotments and the houses together, those long shots, I think are beautiful.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And also the sort of vegetable fair at the end, I think it's very nice. And Tottenham Hall as well. It's a good.
Yes, we've not talked about Helena yet, Lady Tottenham. She's delightful. She's no Ralph Fiennes.
That's what I said in.
We had. I've told you the Ralph Fiennes story about my voice coach. One of my voice coaches. Basically, she had the same story, and it's a good story, and it makes sense, and it's a good story to tell for an actor. But she said it every single class, and she was said the artistic director of the Royal Court went to a production of Julius Caesar, and they ended, and the first question they asked was, "Who the fuck was holding that spear? Who the fuck was spear carrier number 3?" And it was Ralph fucking Fiennes. And she said it every single lesson. It's like, you've got to stand still. You've got to have presence. Again, a great lesson. But it was very funny how every single class we'd have to listen to. It was Ralph fucking Fiennes. Who carries that spear? And so I can't watch Ralph Fiennes without thinking, who carries that spear? The other one, in the first class, she was American, obviously. And
the second one, she was Scottish.
Canadian or Yorkshire or Scottish or whatever their silly accent is. And she said, I don't want to be too brutal with my comment. And I said, no, be brutal. We don't care. Then we had 10 more lessons after that. Every single time she would give a comment, she would go, Tom loves it when I'm brutal. Here come the comments. Every single time. I'm gonna be brutal. Tom loves it when I'm brutal. Not anybody else. Tom loves it when I'm brutal. Lovely woman. Very, very good lessons. Tom loves it when I'm brutal. What? No, stop it. We're not talking about 50 Shades of Grey anymore. Oh, wow. Yeah, no. Best single minute.
Hello.
I have here The Church.
Yes.
And I also have Meeting Victor.
Oh, yes. I've gone for the opening sort of antipesto establishment with the slide as well. This is the best slide they have. It's great. You've got on it with your tea. The church attack, I think, with the vicar on his own.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Not as good as the greatest 5-minute stretch of all time ever filmed, the Sleepy Hollow church scene. The piece, you could make the argument that's the best 5 minutes Tim Burton's ever directed. Are you in on the Sleepy Hollow train?
I love it.
Like I used to watch Sleepy Hollow like every weekend. You know when you were watching Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
I watched Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow. Like, literally, I think I've told this before on the podcast as well. I know the ad breaks because I had it recorded from Channel 4. So I watched it with the ex and I literally went, ad break. Right? I adore Sleepy Hollow. I legitimately think it's an excellent, excellent film. Your pretty little head. Miranda Richardson. Oh, Miranda Richardson. Terrible, terrible braids in the final scene. Do you know a movie? Right. I can't remember, but this popped into my head because somebody said that fucking little girl. Somebody said like that as a joke about Annie. Not a person we know, but the movie Annie. And so then a line has popped into my head and it's from a movie and it's, yeah, you go and fuck that little girl. And it's delivered like that. What's that from?
Oh, I don't know.
Go ahead and fuck that little girl. Oh, Jesus Christ. And like I've had this conversation with a previous guest, Ava, and it's like, go ahead and fuck that little girl. And she's obviously like been cheated on or something. And then I Googled, go ahead and fuck that little girl.
Yeah. Oh,
first thing that exactly I realized very soon. First thing that came. No, it's not child pornography. Well, they don't just have that on Google results. I don't know. I don't know where they have it. But yeah, you go and fuck that little. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This was probably the one episode that we could have possibly put on suitable for children on the YouTube. No.
I'm making this profane.
Fans of this podcast, no. Our niche is shoehorning very inappropriate films into.
I mean, yesterday I said the famous Annette Bening line from the kids are all right to two people because they were asking for impressions. Oh no. Warren Beatty came up. I was serving people, and Warren Beatty came up and they said, who's he married to? And I said, Annette Bening. And then it was like, and then I did a full Annette Bening speech when she was at Michael Douglas's Life Achievement Award. It's like, sometimes you work with an actor. And I did the whole speech. And then afterwards, they were like, yeah. And I was like, it's like that. My favorite Annette Bening line is in The Kids Are All Right, when Mark Ruffalo is giving her advice. And she goes, I need child advice from you like I need a dick in my ass. And everyone went quiet. Bit too far. Ooh, pain in the leg. Jesus.
All right.
No, like a stretch. Which is funny because I've just been watching Cheers. How does Ted Danson get his leg that high up on the bar and never rip his jeans? Were jeans made of like stronger stuff in the 70s?
I used to. I was. No, my first year of uni, we were doing Into the Woods, and there was a hell of a lot of choreography in that.
Yes.
And I always wore my skinniest black jeans to every rehearsal. And
So you're saying the show. I played a Victorian baker, but I thought, what if we wore tight black jeans?
I wore women's slacks to give me that stage confidence.
It's motherfucking game board.
Game board.
Board. That's us with the podcast. Have you watched the new episode yet? Oh, but I've only just watched the last one.
You could use that meme on our next bit of social media advertising.
What meme?
The one you've just mentioned.
Oh, game board. It's motherfucking game board. Incredible. Great stuff.
Other minutes I've got. I've gone for the church. Oh, I've done that. When Victor goes to see the vicar and he explains what the were-rabbit is.
24 carrots.
Great.
Joy's that.
Great stuff.
Too much. Which leads us straight into best line. That's one of mine. 24 carrots. I have here, he's a real champion sucker.
Yeah.
Just gonna leave that there. A toupee, please. We check or cash.
My hair is in your machine. Oh no, it's just rabbits. I think you'll find the hair is a much larger mammal. Great. That's one of my favourite lines of the entire movie.
Also, Beware the Moon. I have a hunch this is going to be a night to remember. I just have a hunch. What hunch? Wasn't that a hunch on the left? What hunch? Oh, any best lines up?
Oh yeah, I've got lovely food for rabbits. That is, it's a good one. We'll be with you in an hour. An hour? I can't wait an hour.
A line you loved so much, you had to tell me yesterday.
I had to blow my load early. It's a veritable vegetable paradise. Unlike Victor, he's never shown any interest in my produce. I like that.
Health, pure filth.
Just take a look at my wife's brassicas, ravished in the night.
He was ravishing my regular.
Beans,
nothing but beans. Is that it for best line?
Run, rabbits, run, which is just a bit of fun. And stand back, there may be a large rabbit dropping. Where there's a famous video of a very, very drunk Will hosting the first quiz of of my second year, the Soup S quiz. I'm known as the Soup S quiz man. And I was very drunk at this point, and I just kept quoting or misquoting were-rabbit jokes, but very, very drunkenly, and no one knew what was going on.
This is like, I mean, you've seen me host a quiz. I mean, they steadily get more manic.
Quite manic.
Have we? I must have told. We must have told the OJ story.
Let's do it again.
Okay. So I did a game called, I'm going to read from an autobiography, and the minute you know who the person is, run to the chair. Little Amy, who's a family friend, I will call her Little Amy until she's like 40. I'm going to be on my deathbed. She's going to come to visit. I go, oh, here's Little Amy. Yeah, and Little Amy ran to the chair because it was OJ Simpson. She knew it was. She'd been whispered. It was like, Amy, go, OJ Simpson. Go, OJ, go. It was like the Hertz commercial.
Go, OJ.
Christopher Biggins was also in The People versus O.J. Simpson. Veronica Sabor. I hate Joseph and the Technical Dreamcoat so much.
I love Joseph.
Of course you do.
Days we used to know. Great stuff.
Oh,
A different genre. It's so edgy.
God. Imagine having the opinion that Joseph was the better Andrew Lloyd Webber biblical show.
Oh no, I can't give it that. I can't.
Jesus! Why should I die? All right, I'll die. I also enjoy take this cup away from me. I don't want to taste his poison. And I also enjoy Carl Anderson in Heaven on Their Minds. What's the, what was that? But he goes, listen, Jesus, to the warning I give. Please remember that I want us. Oh, that's it. Oh, come on. He won't listen to me. Oh, he won't listen to me. Oh, listen. God, I love that movie.
Philip Seymour Hoffman gives the greatest.
We all know.
Jesus Christ.
Tonight, I will be playing Jesus and Judas. What do you want to know?
I don't know.
Almost makes what's the buzz an okay song? Is that joke? I am happy that what's the buzz is in it. I mean, everybody knows your favorite song from Jesus Christ Superstar.
It's great.
King Midas. King Midas. Of course it is. Yeah, you're a whore for a one scene comedy character.
I am.
I mean, aren't we all dentists? Not one scene, but you know what I mean. Not one scene, but you know what I mean. Sha-na-na-na-na-na. What's left from Wilson? No, what's the change? Let's get negative. I've got here. How big is their house?
Well, it goes underground a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure. I'm all right with all the rabbits underneath. And also, they must get out. And also, it's the plot. It's us. All those rabbits underground is just us. And but all the fucking, how much space is used for all those slides? Because that's not underground.
Oh, it will be, surely.
No, because the car pops out of the garage. They have all of that space.
Yeah.
What a waste of space. I have here, he definitely has brain damage from all the hammering. I don't think Gromit actually talks. I think he's just brain damaged and doesn't know. I put diegetic gag again, and I've also put here, he puts the box on. It's very funny, may contain nuts. He fully hugs Wallace Gromit for a long time with his cock out.
His dog is a man's best friend. We all thought it. We were all too scared to say.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. Wallace and Gromit, we all know.
Prequel to Wallace and Gromit, a young Wallace disowned by his family. You need to stop hanging around that. You don't go there to fish.
You don't go on there to fish. You don't go on there to fetch rabbits.
You don't go there to eat cheese, Gromit.
Oh, yes, I do. God.
Phil.
That's why he likes cheese with holes in. Any changes, Will? Any changes?
I don't have a single change. I think it's pure perfection. I'm very, very glad you enjoyed it as well.
Yeah. Anything left from your notes, Will? You said this was the most notes you've ever taken.
Yeah, I've got one. I genuinely think this is the best integrated Wilhelm scream in a movie.
Yeah,
because it's not obvious. It's not the levels of sound mixing. It sounds like it's actually a character. I think it was very nicely done.
Yeah, I can give you that. I mean, there's the ironic Wilhelm scream, and then there's the real one. Yeah, no, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Anything left from my notes? I've just got champion sucker. The Gruffalo, when they're describing the Weir Rabbit, they're just describing the Gruff. It's like the exact same pitter and patter and rhythm.
See the size of axe blades.
What?
Is like terrible tombstones.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you were doing the Gruffalo song. He's the Gruffalo, the Gruffalo, the Gruffalo. Did you have
What
the?
did you know?
Gruffalo. What a great book. My favourite book, the Gruffalo. Alternate ending on it. There isn't one. There is a few fun facts though.
You love saying
facts. I just love that. During filming, Aardman managed an average of 3 seconds of usable footage per day. They used 2.8 tons of plasticine in 42 colours and 1,000 baby wipes per week to wipe it off the animator's fingers. So
Why don't they just use soap and water? That's bad for the environment.
you tell them. They referred to the movie as the world's first vegetarian horror film.
You could argue a lot of other films. Oh, I guess no meat is eaten, hence why it's vegetarian.
Yeah, and everybody likes carrot. Well, no, arguably it's not vegetarian because there's a whole 10 minutes where Wallace is like, I don't like veg. Oh.
No, but then he's shown to enjoy veg.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yes, not as much as Gromit enjoys his veg.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah. The movie contains a considerable amount of CGI of all kinds, from drifting fog through to the bunny rabbits in the bunny vac. In all, there are over 700 shots that contain some form of digital effects work. DreamWorks wanted Aardman to replace Peter Sallis with a well-known actor that American audiences would recognize. Robert De Niro is...
Really?
No, I'm kidding. But they did want to replace Al Pacino. I love Gorgonzola. I got this dog on my ass. That'd be fun. Got into Entertainment Weekly. They politely but firmly refused. Instead, they got Ralph Fiennes and Helena Bonham Carter to play roles.
Excellent choice.
Will, do you want to hear the several titles on the bookcase?
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
The Hunt for Red Leicester. Brighton Rockfort. How Green Was My Cheese? I didn't think that one through. Brie Encounter.
Is life nice?
Swiss Cheese Family Robinson.
That was a good one.
East of Eden. Greater Expectations.
That was good.
Fromage to Eternity.
That was my favourite.
Waiting for Gouda.
Waiting for Gouda. Oh, have we done our Waiting for Godot story? I wasn't there. I was designing a set at.
I'll be honest, I can't actually remember the story. We watched a terrible production from another class of Waiting for Godot.
Yeah,
and
we didn't like to say things, but we were the better.
We were better.
We are true actors, you know.
And I can't even remember the story. I laughed or something, didn't I?
I think it must have been. It was. I think one of them. They did a wrong costume. Something they put on a wrong act, and they broke character. And like, because some people, if they go wrong,
yes,
and then you performed your own version.
I performed another gag a week later where I was like, I needed a hat. I was like, oh, definitely not that one. Or something. Yeah, I was probably sneaky and dry and wry. I mean, it all started. How the mighty fall. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Because I played a pedophile, and they were all swooning. We got the rumors back that they all fancied me, and they all had the hots when I played a pedophile. Because I was a charming pedophile, wasn't I? I was a nice older gentleman. Movie posters include Spartichoke, Carrot on a Hot Tin Roof, and The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner Bean. Very much enjoyed that one. Here are some taglines for you, Will. Something bunny is going on.
Yes.
Wallace equals master, Gromit equals mind. It knows no fear.
Mm.
They've made gadgets, they've made contraptions, and they've made a movie. They haven't made the movie. Something wicked this way hops.
Mm.
You didn't like that. Okay,
Don't
what's
like
your,
that one.
as we always do, pick the tagline, Will.
I've gone hopping mad, and I just want to. Great! It's a great one. I don't know. It's something, yeah, a cheesy pun. I think is really.
No. Pick the best of those.
I can't remember the Gnaw one.
It knows no fear. Because it also gets you into the Yorkshire at all.
Am I speaking some kind of creative Canadian
or Scottish or Yorkshire or whatever.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Scotland.
Tom's big question. So, oh God. So they do want to have. He wants to have sex with Gromit inside of that costume. I think Wallace knows that Gromit's in there, and he's going to be like, "Oh, I didn't know you were in there, Gromit." Yes, you did, you dirty bastard. Maybe Gromit can speak, and he's just had years and years of trauma and doesn't speak at the hands of the cruel man that is.
Maybe it's all part of their dirty game they play.
Oh yeah, don't you dare speak, dog. It's not actually a dog, it's a man in a fursuit. Bring out the dog. The dog's asleep. We'll wake him up, man. I'm gonna go medieval on your ass, Wallace, you dirty bastard. Yes. Well, that is an incredible way to end our Aardman fortnight, talking about the weird sadomasochistic games of one Wallace Gromit.
One Wallace to another.
Anything left to say about Curse the Weird Rabbit, Will? A film you dearly, dearly love.
I love it, adore it. Watch it all the time. Watch it.
And yes, we're going to have a bonus game.
Oh.
We're going to have a quick other round of what are the notes from? Okay, here we go. Here are the specific favorite parts. Shot.
Okay.
Tequila. Shave. I can't say that one. Keen to. I can't say the next one. Grenades. I can't say the next one. I can't say the next one. 50 years. Okay, what are you saying?
Is this Tropic Thunder?
It's Skyfall. Take the shot. The tequila.
I was thinking that.
The shave. Then it was Silver Intro. Mummy was very bad. And then I've got here Judy's speech. My husband was a great fan of poetry, and Sam did stick. And then I had to also skip. Are you getting warm?
We could eat each other.
Oh, nibble. Oh, Mr. Bond. Oh, what? I mean, I know he's dead, but what if Silver's the surprise villain in No Time to Die?
Oh, I would love that. I would love that.
It's like all building up to Doctor. It's like Last Jedi. Everything's subverted. Okay, we've got time for one more. Let's get one that you. Oh no, I ripped out Wedding Crashers for some reason.
Ah, you motorboating son.
You motor, call me kid. I've got here. Butts don't.
Ooh.
Big fucking lie. Shooting. Robinson. Hitchhiking. 15 years. Bookshop. Yes, we do. Fix It Punch. Drive Away. Pool.
Is this Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, yes. I like this. I like this.
Good game. Good game.
Good game. Good game. Good game. Okay, here we go. Can't see. Deaf ear. No, that's too easy. That's too. I don't think I'll be a trick here there. Can you remember? Okay, here's the new game. This is what we'll end on. Can you remember any of my specific favorite parts for It's a Wonderful Life?
It will have been rose petals.
Zuzu's petals. Zuzu's petals.
And that's all I can remember because that's all you ever say.
Can I have 1750? 1750. Just kisses that one, just grabs it. I also have here, she's at the library.
I'm an old maid.
She's an old maid, George. She's closing up the library. Oh, a couple of harems. I've got here. I like George Bailey. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. I love these. I love your caboose, milady. Oh, what a film. Can we just? There are certain episodes we just want to do again. It's just like, can we just? Every Christmas we do It's a Wonderful Life again. No, we don't need to because we had a wonderful Christmas, didn't we? Well, all those great episodes.
Oh yeah, yes, because we've already recorded it.
Already recorded the Christmas. Oh no, we've already released the Christmas one.
We have. We yet to record. So we have no idea what.
We're not mad. Sure we're not Mad Men. You know, we're not gonna. Oh, but Mad Men is coming soon.
Is that coming soon?
Mad Men. Oh. Mad Men. Well, no, they've watched them all by this point.
Oh, so they've also watched Peep Show.
Well, in actual, the 4th of September 2021, all of the Peep Show episodes have been out.
They have, of course.
Because you refuse to put them into a Peep Show group chat and refuse to drop them in Peep Show Facebook groups. I think I dropped them in one, didn't I?
Probably, yeah.
Then I immediately unfollowed.
A Facebook group where everyone.
Will's freezing. Will's freezing. We don't need to talk about Peep Show anymore. This episode's gone on far too long anyway. Goodbye, everybody.
Dabba 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 da da ba 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 ba.